Welcome to episode 23 of the Ready for More podcast.
I am a strong believer that business equals math. It equals knowing our numbers. It equals being aware of what numbers we want to track.
Welcome to the Ready for More podcast, where we share success strategies and stories for women business owners, entrepreneurs who are ready for more for yourself and for your business. I'm your host, Heather Cameron, and I'm here to help you to discover your unique path to profitability and success so you can achieve your more on your own terms. Are you ready for more? You can find today's show notes and links at www.igniteyourmarket.com/readyformore.
Good afternoon and welcome to February. My name is Heather Cameron of igniteyourmarket.com, and today I wanted to talk about an exercise that I really encourage you to do at the beginning end at that moment between 2 months. It's worth taking a half an hour, however long it takes, an hour, 15 minutes, depending on where you're at, to find a place quietly where you can do this exercise. And each of us has a different environment where we do exercises like this better. For some of us, having the door closed in our office and doing our exercise here is great. And for others, just taking it and going to another environment, going to your favorite coffee shop, treat yourself to a coffee, treat yourself to a cafe lunch, go to the library, go outside, maybe not if you live in Canada at the moment, but go outside in a place that really energizes you and where you can be present in yourself and present in your mind. And what this exercise is it's simply taking the moment to review the past month and to plan for the coming month. It's as simple as that. And there's a number of different ways that you can do it. I want to give you just a really quick and simple structure to do it in. And there's many ways you can do it. But the end result of it is we all need to take a moment to review our last month, to be honest with ourselves, to celebrate our success, to celebrate ourselves for continuing on this entrepreneurial journey, even if your month didn't go as expected. And if you've been following any of my posts, mine has definitely not gone anyway close to what I expected. But to take that moment to reset. So here's this simple exercise. So the first thing that I encourage you to do is to review and reflect on the last month and to ask yourself some very simple questions. The first one is, what did you achieve? Really be honest. What did you achieve in the last month of your journey as an entrepreneur? What did you achieve in your business? What are you really excited about that you did? What worked really well? Okay, so what did you do the last month that really worked well, that made a difference in your business, that helped you move forward in your business? What worked well? And obviously, what challenges did you face, if any? So again, if you've been listening to my month, I faced a lot of challenges in January. I kind of feel like February 1st is the beginning of my year. I dropped my smartphone down an elevator, it's alive. I'm doing this on my smartphone. My computer died. I got sick. I had 2 personal funerals to go to. My dog had health issues. So just a really intense month that challenged me. And it taught me a lot of lessons. By reflecting on that, it taught me a lot of lessons of what's not there in my business that I need to build to have resiliency in my business that I don't have, honestly. And to be transparent, I don't have that resiliency that I need to build. So asking yourself what challenges you faced and why is a really good reflection question to do, to put in place things to not have the same challenges as you move forward. What lessons did you learn that you want to carry forward, which is that similar question. So for example, I learned that I backed up my computer, which is great. I didn't lose very much, but I also learned that my files aren't as organized as they could be for my business today. They're organized really well for what my business was 2 or 3 years ago when I actually set up my computer filing system, but they're no longer organized for the best way for me to move my business forward in 2019. So that's one of the things I've done over the last week is try to simplify that and set it up. And I realize I need to do more of that to make all of it easier if my computer was to go down, but also to make it easier for me to function. I just had a habitual way of setting up my computer, and I can really improve on that. So that's an example of something challenging happened. It really highlighted places that I can improve, and how am I going to do that as I move forward in 2019. What are you most grateful for last month? What are you most grateful for? So I'm grateful for a really good cover for my phone. Hence why my phone's still here. I am grateful for some wonderful people in my life who support me. Somebody lent me a computer, a PC, so that I could at least do my emails and I could be up and running while I tried to solve the problems of my PC. So, very simple things, but what are you grateful for in your business? And what do you want to do better and improve on? So that goes back to that question as well, is how do you want to improve your business in this coming time frame? And that's an important question to ask yourself. What are you going to do different and how do you want to improve based on that self-reflection? And that's a very simple exercise and the first step of doing that transition from one month to the other month. It's so important for us to take those moments and really ground ourselves in our business so that we can be better and we can improve our business as we move forward. The second part of reviewing your business is to review your numbers. I am a strong believer that business equals math. It equals knowing our numbers. It equals being aware of what numbers we want to track. So the obvious number is your revenue and your expenses. You should be reviewing those every month. You should be on top of your finances in that respect. Other numbers that you can track, there's a whole program that I've spoken about before, which is there are 7 things in our business that we can move. And if we move each one by 10%, we can double our income. Those are things that you can track. If you'd like to know more about that, just ping a comment below and I'll talk more about it. But it's leads and conversions and price and a bunch of things that you could track. You can track your social media growth. So if you have a Facebook page or a Facebook group or you have followers on Instagram, how many did you grow? How many did you have at the beginning of the month and how much did you grow by or shrink by? It can happen. So what are those numbers so that you can really be on top of giving yourself a target? And I can give a great example is, let's say your Facebook group is sitting at 500 people. Your Facebook business page has got 500 likes. And you think, okay, I want to increase that by 10% in the next month. Because I know I have 500 likes and I'm tracking that, then 10% is only, I need 50 more people to like my business page to reach my target. So then you can be very specific about the actions that you want to do to create that. So you need to track it and then you need to review your tracking against the objectives that you set the following month. So that's a very simple thing. So that's the 2 parts of the first step, is reflect on the last month with the questions that I spoke about and look at your numbers, and really numbers are numbers. So be very systematic about recording your numbers each month so that you can then review them. And what happens is it's a lot easier to increase them when you know what they are. So step 2 is planning. So the second part of this is set your goals. What is your one focus for the month? I know when I set that one focus and I'm very direct on it, I have so much better months than when I just go in with this, I have a business and I want to run my business. But when I have a laser focus of something I want to really achieve for the month, that's really helpful. And it really makes me move if I know what that one thing is. And beyond that, what are your top 3 to 5 goals that you want to achieve? And so when you have 3 to 5 goals, you're looking at a 4-week period, you have one thing you want to achieve, it's very easy to break that down into what you have to do on a weekly basis and then what you need to do on a daily basis. And that's why it's so important to set those goals for the month. And the second part is setting your targets. So what's your revenue target for the month? Really important. What is it? So that you know if your revenue target is to make $5,000 this month, or your revenue target is to make $1,000 this month, or it's to make $20,000 a month. It doesn't matter what the number is, the process is still the same. So if your revenue target is to make $5,000 a month and you sell a $1,000 product, then you need to get 5 customers. And that's concrete. It's able to go after that and to say, what am I going to do to bring in those 5 customers? And that's why it's so important to set revenue targets, because you can translate a revenue target into what you need to sell, how many people you need to talk to be able to do that. So using that example, if $5,000 a month is your target and you need to sell 5 of $1,000 product, and you know that you need to talk to 4 people to get 1 sale, well, then you need to find 20 people. It's that simple way of thinking of your math that sets you very laser focused on what you need to do. And then also set your targets for, your social media. What social media you're investing your time in, and what do you want to do with it? If you have a group, how do you want to grow it? How many posts do you want to do? If you've got a Facebook page, really set the targets around that, because that's going to focus you and you will see results when you're that focused. And that's the simple 2-step process that I really encourage you to do at the beginning of each month. And that is, and again, just to really give you the high level steps, it's to review, to reflect on your last month, to look at your numbers from your last month, and not just your financial numbers, but your social media numbers, your conversion numbers, whatever numbers are important for you to track. And the second step is to set your goals. Set that one intention for the month. Set the goals that you want to do, the 3 to 5 goals you want to achieve, break them down into how you're going to achieve them on a weekly basis. And then set your targets. Set some very clear targets, and the goals and targets are going to be interrelated. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I really appreciate you listening. If you'd like help with setting your plans and really creating momentum, one of the things that I released at the end of 2018, I'm a little off on my time frame here, is your 90-day accelerator plan. And I'll put the link in the comments when I post this if you want. It's an opportunity to really get laser focused on your plan for the next 90 days. It's something I'm a really strong believer. It's about setting those targets and really knowing what your goals are over that next 90 days and the actions that you want to take. It's an opportunity to work one-on-one. It consists of a questionnaire and a quiz to get you really focused on what you want. It's a session with me, and then it's a follow-up session with me several weeks later to really fine-tune your plan. So if that's something that's going to help you really set yourself up for success as you move into 2019, please click on the link, and I'd love to talk to you about it.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Ready for More podcast. You can find today's show notes and links at www.igniteyourmarket.com/readyformore. My name is Heather Cameron. I'm your podcast host. And when I'm not hosting this podcast, I'm busy working with entrepreneurial women like you who are ready for more in their business and are looking to get focused on their own unique path to success. You can find more about myself and my programs at www.igniteyourmarket.com. If you like what you heard, feel free to rate, review, and share with your friends. And don't miss an episode by subscribing. Until next time, remember, now is the best time to focus on your more and be inspired by your own unique gifts.